Rorisang and Julie was inspired by the classic love story, one of the oldest love stories, I believe, of Romeo and Juliet. Literally, I think the production was inspired because we wanted to really cultivate a culture of art going and art understanding within the Hammerskwal community. So 3 years later, after training young people in this community, we are finally ready to showcase that talent in a production that showcases their dancing, music, and acting skills. I was appointed as the City of Tshwane brand ambassador because City of Tshwane literally has got a tagline that says City of Excellence. And I think, following my track record in the dance space, that literally was one of the main deciding factor behind them appointing me as the brand ambassador, because we really want to ensure that in 2055 we have a city that has a mark of excellence in all the areas. As the founder of the Leaders Who Dare to Dream Foundations, one of the hopes and dreams I have of these young people is to realize what a small place the world really is, that the world really is their oyster. I'm hoping that we'll rear young people who will go into the world and represent themselves and South Africa in the international space.
I think the fact that I'm here to witness the first ever musical production, because musicals are very hard to do, musical production in a community hall with professional lights, moving lights, and professional sound and set. For me, it's an honor, but also I'm very excited. I mean, come on, who wouldn't want theatre to come back to the community, to come back to the township? So I'm excited and I'm happy to be part of this history in the making, but also to support and show these young people that even we as internationally acclaimed South African or African theatre makers, that we value them, we recognize them, and that, you know what, and I even said to Paul, some of these kids are the next generation of the stars to come out of South Africa, and to see them singing and performing and giving their hearts out on stage, it's mind-blowing. And I think my contribution is to make sure that some of these kids, they get involved in my next production, that they see that it doesn't end here. It doesn't end with this one production that Paul created, but that I take them out as well into the world. When I do auditions, that they get to know about these auditions, that when I do script development, that they become part of this script development. So part of me is really linking and making sure that, the whole Ubuntu concept of Africans, I am because you are because I am, that it's continuously, something that binds us as Africans. So I'll be happy next time when I go to Ghana, Accra, to take some of them, or when I go to Haifa in Zimbabwe next year, that I take some of them. So for me, it's just continuously encouraging young people to take art as a career and to take it seriously.
I'm very excited. I never thought that, this Romeo and Juliet will be interpreted the way, Paul and the team has done it. As I was just watching, it was this Julia and this Rory, when they first met, then, something came up and said, by the way, it happened to us as well, at that age. And again, the technology, when we talk of, the social media, that it plays a very important, role. We must encourage our kids, our youngsters, more especially with us, that you should, know how to tweet, how we must know that, it's the way, they're doing things. It's the reality. It's how things are happening. What they did, they brought it home, closer home here in Hammerskwal, that, as, youngsters growing in the townships, that is what is happening. And really, that is how they meet. And again, in a family life, you'll take, I think the whole play itself, I'm so motivated that, we still have, those children who are, dedicated, who are gifted, that we should support as a city. We are going to support, this play and many plays that will come, this production, because I think I am going to make sure that we advertise, we make sure that we market it so that more and more children come and watch this, that it can be done, it's happening, and it's natural. You must fall in love. and in the right way. And that's how it's about. It's about that, that it's normal. It can happen, and it does happen, because, when you fall in love, it's not a sin.
Growing up in Hammanskraal, it's a bit disadvantaged because of we've been looking for things like this. I grew up with me having a passion of being an actor, of being an entertainer, but then I don't have enough platform to do so or those things. So growing up in Hammanskraal is so far to town, it's so far to Joburg because of everything that's happening there. So this initiative and this kind of a project, it kind of inspires us. It inspires us as youth, and it makes us to take charge of our dreams. It makes us to act on our dreams, on things that we want to do, and as artists. So this initiative, it also not help us but then teach us, because of it has elements like your social illnesses. It teaches things, it preaches things, so drug abuse, teenage pregnancy and whatnot. So as this project is happening, it's like it's empowering the youth, and it's informing the youth about everything that is happening around on the landscape of Hammanskraal.
My name is Monobisi Bangiwe, but a lot of people call me BCB of BCB Creations. I've worked with the youth in Hammanskraal for the project Paul Mujaji on Rorisang and Julie as a choreographer or dance teacher. I've given workshops for African dance and mixing that with Afrofusion of Brazil and South African dance together. What I've loved about these kids or the youth in Hammanskraal is that they are hungry. They're hungry to learn a lot of things, and it's been amazing to teach them and knowing that someone wants to have, like if you give them pap, they will love that because of it's porridge with milk or porridge with meat. They want it, fufu. They want to be enriched. And Hammanskraal has a lot of talent. To work with them, and I would still love to work with them in the future. I've been working with the kids all over South Africa, in the Fieldman Foundation, as a BCB creations, dance classes. It's been amazing. Hammanskraal is the best, and I will come again in the future to teach them more, either singing, dancing or acting.
I love the production. I think what I love most about the production is the creativity and the flexibility and the energy that is in this youth that's here. And I've watched a lot of musical productions, and I think this is one of where they've given their all. With the dance moves. Sometimes you find that other productions are doing things that are monotonous, but with this one, I think it's different, it's refreshing, and I see it on bigger stages than than here. So I believe that it deserves an international stage.
I love that it was absolutely lovely, The bunch of youngsters is full of energy. They've got a love for arts and a passion, the drive for it. And I can see them go very far, And this comes from having done some work with them, workshops in previous on this production. And Dare to Dream is the way forward. Those guys are the bomb. They rock.